Good morning. Hope y'all are having a terrific day. And we're going to be going live here in just a minute. This one's kind of impromptu, so I didn't create an event or anything. I'm just going live because I was watching a Plain Truth for You channel this morning, and I learned that Mad Mike Hughes is supposedly died in the flat Earth rocket crash this past Saturday, February 22nd, 2020. And I hate to say I told you so, but, well, I did. I made a video a couple years ago called Flat Earth Illuminati Confirmed. It's about a 3 hour then some video, which is sort of going after the whole narrative pertaining to Mad Mike Hughes and how the whole thing was very suspect to me from the beginning for several reasons. The main reason that the whole Mad Mike Hughes thing was suspect to me was because he was getting a lot of media attention. Like, flat earthers don't get media attention. But if you're doing a ridiculous publicity stunt that has absolutely no chance of proving anything, that's what gets media attention because it makes flat earthers look stupid, right? Hey, Karen B, good morning. Yeah. So first of all, I want to say, I mean, if anything actually did happen to Mad Mike Hughes, I am sorry about that for him and his family or whatever. But I just, I'm very skeptical of this sort of thing because, well, first of all, you have no chance of proving anything shooting a rocket up less than half a mile, right? I mean, you can get up in an airplane and go several miles, and what is the point of launching a steam rocket with a person inside, a death trap, really, on cameras? Like, and it's on all the big, TV stations. This is exactly what I called a couple of years ago when they did the first rocket launch. I was like, this doesn't pass the smell test for several reasons. So, okay, so the media attention was a big red flag for me. The whole point to the rocket launch was a big red flag for me. And then when I saw Mad Mike on the Tosh.0 show, I was like, okay, this guy's totally a shill, bro. Like, there's no doubt in my mind when he did, I don't know if you guys have seen it, but Mad Mike did the Tosh.0 show. And of course, it was a parody of flat earthers, but he had some perverted comments in there, and it was not funny. It was very cringeworthy. And so that right there sort of cemented it for me. But really, the whole story about how the original flat Earth rocket launch got funded was highly, highly suspect. So let me walk you through it. And I do sort of a better job of going through the details in the 3 hour video that I put out a couple years ago. Then I took it down after the Denver meetup, after physically meeting with a couple people there who asked me to take it down. Actually, I was given an ultimatum to take it down, so I didn't. But then after meeting these people personally, I sort of had a change of heart. I felt bad about it, and I took the video down. Well, here, just in the last month, I sort of had my sixth sense. I had no idea they were even doing this rocket launch on my birthday, Saturday. No idea, but I did re-release the video, not even a month. I think it was this month, right? And so what are the odds of that? My spidey senses were kicking in, I reckon, because it couldn't have been better timed. So, okay, the whole narrative as to how Mad Mike got involved was very suspect. So, okay, first of all, I'll say that IPS put up billboards for Flat Earth, right? We all remember that from a few years ago. Now, after IPS put out billboards for Flat Earth, Mad Mike Hughes, who was already a flat earther for 2 years before seeing the billboard, this is what they claim. Mad Mike, flat earther for 2 years, sees the billboard and then gets the idea to contact flat earthers to charge them $8,000 to put a sticker on the side of the rocket that was already paid for, that was already going to be launched. Mad Mike Hughes gets the idea to bilk flat earthers for $8,000 to put a sticker on the side of it. Just taking a step back and thinking about that for a second, that is a little bit suspect because, anybody that is a flat earther is going to put flat Earth stickers all over the damn thing regardless. That's by default. Secondly, why did he have to see the billboard to get this brilliant idea to charge flat earthers $8,000 to put the sticker on it? I mean, they spent grand just on the guy's suit for this launch, but they need $8,000 to put a sticker on the side of it that says flat earth. So the whole thing was very suspect. The video that I put out, Flat Earth Illuminati Confirmed, basically I voiced in there several times, I said, this is a publicity stunt in order to kill the reputation of flat earthers in the media. And I said, God forbid, if something happens and Mad Mike Hughes dies in the rocket crash, then it's going to make headlines. And the headlines will read, stupid flat earthers kill man in rocket launch trying to prove whether or not there's a curve. Well, Sean Becker, yeah, I don't think he was a flat earther either, but okay, watch the video that I put out, the Flat Earth Illuminati Confirmed. Maybe this is hearsay, but IPS is out there on the parade for Mad Mike telling everyone that he had been a flat earther for 2 years when he saw the billboard. So whether or not he's actually a flat earther, to me, is sort of irrelevant. I don't think he was a flat earther at all. I met the guy at the Denver meetup, and I don't know, man. He seemed suspect to me when I met him. I mean, I don't know. What do y'all think, man? Yeah, Sean Becker, I know. What do y'all think? Like, is this just not the biggest ridiculous publicity stunt you've ever seen? Like, why can't actual decent flat earth information make it into the mainstream? Why does it have to be these ridiculous, pointless publicity stunts that have no chance of doing anything except for making flat earth look stupid, even if they weren't going to end in catastrophe, right? The whole concept is ridiculous. And by the way, this second rocket launch, I was under the impression that this was going to be different than the first launch. They were supposed to take a launch pad up on a weather balloon, I believe, like up to 100,000 foot before they launched the steam rocket. And then they were going to prove whether or not there's a curve, right? I mean, that's the other thing. Like, really, flat earthers, legitimate flat earth proponents, don't need proof that the earth is flat. We already know it. We've already proven it. So why would you want to get up in a rocket and kill yourself, right? Oh my God. But yeah, 100% hoax. I mean, I believe so too, man. Now, if you look on the big news sites, USA Today, Time, I mean, all these sites are really pushing the crap out of this Mad Mike Hughes story. But they're all about less than a minute clips. And so what I would like to see, I mean, I wouldn't like to see it, but to satiate my curiosity, I would need to see a continuous, uncut, unedited shot of Mike getting into the rocket and then launching to his death before I will get on board with the bandwagon and agree that he actually was killed in this crash. I mean, I don't know. All I've seen is 30-second clips from the news. If there was somebody in that rocket, I'm sure that they're not living, but my whole point is in order for me to believe that he was in the rocket, I would have to see something more than a 30-second clip on the news of the crash. So maybe we'll see that later on. It was filmed pretty heavily, for all it's worth. Mad Mike was a flat earth superstar. I mean, he did all the big shows, come on, Tosh.0. I think he was in a National Geographic, several, just all kinds of news interviews. And I got to tell you, the guy never made a single solid point about flat earth ever in his life, as far as I'm concerned. But that's the one who gets the media attention because he's going to go kill himself in a steam rocket trying to get to the Kármán line when I think the world record for steam rockets isn't even a half a mile. So, I mean, it was very fishy from the beginning, but now that this has come to fruition, I am glad that I decided to re-release that video this month because, I was right. What can I say? I mean, I hate to say that it's nice to be right, But I called it, and I got a lot of heat, a lot of flack for putting that video out. And man, I think I even, got a couple demons sicked on me through like weird satanic rituals. But I came out, stronger than before, and yeah, and I was right. So whatever that's worth. But yeah, so that's the deal. I mean, what do y'all think? WTSA says he was installed for this finality stage and scripted. Agreed. Totally agree. And I believe they were probably gonna kill him on the first rocket jump, but I originally had put that video out right before that rocket jump happened, like as this was making in the news. So yeah, Karen B says 2 years after the last crash on 2/22/2020, it does look fishy, but I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, we were attacked for saying truths, or at least saying, look, man, like legitimate flat earthers don't talk like this. Legitimate flat earthers don't go around saying we need to prove whether or not the earth's flat. And I know this probably from the outside looking in, it probably seems like I'm very ignorant and, not interested in information. But the point is we've already been through the information. We've seen all the proof. There is nothing else that you could present to a flat earther that could possibly trick them into believing that the earth is a spinning globe again. And so from that sort of standpoint, flat earthers don't go around on the news saying we need to figure out some way to prove this once and for all. Okay, and that was the whole thing about this, is it was sort of presented to the world as flat earthers, in air quotes, flat earthers attempt to prove this thing one way or another, which it was just an exercise in futility and folly from the get-go. And anybody with half a brain could see that. So yeah, it's a shame, and again, if something did happen to the guy, I will reserve that sort of doubt. I am sorry. That's a pretty messed up way to go. However, he did know the risks if he was indeed in there, and it was a stupid exercise in futility, and really, I think a money grab bilking flat earthers for thousands of dollars to put a sticker on the side of a steam rocket that was basically was destined to fail from its inception. So that's my position on it, and I guess we'll wait to see if there is any other video released. I'm sure they're going to make huge 5-hour long, big production documentaries about this, but I'm not really interested because I understand what this is. This is a publicity stunt. It's a psychological operation in order to cement the stupidity of flat earthers in the public eye, which is exactly what I've been saying about this character, Mad Mike Hughes, really since the beginning. Okay, and maybe if he would have gone on like Tosh.0 and had one single point that made sense about flat Earth that's going to be seen by millions and millions of people, I would have changed my opinion of this guy. But really all he did was just make a complete fool of himself. He seemed like a dirty old man on the show, and it wasn't funny at all. I guess it would be funny to the average viewer who already thinks that flat earthers are fucking idiots, right? But for anyone else, it wasn't funny. It was like a punch in the gut, really. But that's the way of the world, you guys. That's the way that it works. The shills who have nothing to present to the world but publicity stunts and misinformation are the ones that are given the platform, and the good information, the actual information, the proof about flat Earth is basically the redheaded stepchild of the movement as far as the media is concerned. Don't want to get into the facts. We just want to get into the red herrings, the effigies of flat Earth that have now been burned just on schedule, just as I predicted years ago when they first started promoting this monkey business. And I gotta tell you, I'm not surprised at all. So, yeah, this is going to be a quick one. I just wanted to get out there that I hate to do it, but I told you so. Anybody that gave money to that rocket shenanigans and promoted that wasn't really thinking about it. I know it's easy to get on board and jump on the bandwagon of anything related to flat Earth, but we need to be a little bit smarter about this sort of thing. You can't just go endorsing everything because it has flat Earth sticker on the side of it, right? So with that being said, I am planning on doing another chapter of the audiobook Creature from Jekyll Island today, so be on the lookout for that. And I actually have another video that I'm planning on doing in the works for this week or maybe next week. So be on the lookout for those. And John the Morgal signing off. I mean, told you so. What else can I say? Love you guys. Take it easy. And thanks so much for all your support, everyone. Patreon supporters, PayPal supporters. Couldn't do anything without you guys. So God bless you guys. Love you. And we'll see you in the next stream.